Okay. Okay, so I'll also show you a sample defect report. How we write the defect on Excel. Okay, and yesterday we saw how we group it by severity and priority. Today I'll show you a I'll give you a better idea of what is severity, how what is priority, and with few examples of severity and priority, and we'll also see what is a bug triage meeting. Okay, so now defect or bug life cycle. Usually everything, see, you have a software development life cycle, you have a software testing life cycle, as though we also have defect life cycle. Okay, it is like how from the initial phase of when the tester or QA identifies a defect till the defect is fixed and retested by the what to say tester and closing it, what are all the states the defects go through, that is called as defect life cycle. Okay, so it is the process in which defect goes through different stages. Okay, it starts once defect is reported by test engineers. When we test our application and when we find out any defect, that time itself the defect life cycle will start. When it will end is when the test engineer or the QA ensures that yes, this defect is not reproducible, it's not, we retested it and it is working fine now, the scenario is working fine now. So in that scenarios only the defect life cycle will offer single defect. Okay, so defect life cycle is for each defect, it is not a complete process for all defects. Okay, each defects or bugs identified by test engineers will go through defect life cycles, and these are the states of the defect. First it will be new, then assigned, open. In under open we have duplicate, rejected, deferred, and not a bug. Okay, I'll take you through each in detail. And we have fixed, then we have pending, retest, reopen, verified, and closed. See, this is a very important interview question again. For sure, they will ask you, can you explain the defect life cycle? Okay, so pay attention, and if you have any doubts, please stop me and ask me. Okay, so now these are the different states, as I said, right? Sorry, new. So now you go as a test engineer, you open the application, you try test a feature, and at that time you see that there is a defect. Okay, so I'll open up or here only I can see there is a application. Okay, you test a text box. In this text box, after you uh, enter something and after you click a button for searching, you should get a list of values. Okay, but you test this, but you do not get this list of values, or this button is not clickable. So that is a bug, right? So now you have identified a bug. So that bug now, so that bug you will log it for the developer. You will say search button is not clickable. Okay, now what will happen is this issue or this defect will be in the status of new. Okay, initially you find out, right? So that status will be new. Now what will happen? You will mark the status as new. The QA engineer or the test engineer will mark the status as new. Okay, what is this? So this status will be new, and who will mark it is test engineer. Whoever finds out the bug will mark it as new. So next what happens is the manager, the development team manager, right? He will look into the bug. Okay, and what he will do, he will update the status to assigned. So from new to, it will update to assigned. Okay, after it is assigned, the developer will have a look into this bug again. So if the developer feels we already have a bug like this, what he will do is he will mark it as duplicate. Okay, And if the developer feels that okay, this is not very high priority, I can fix this in next release because I have lots of bugs to be fixed in this release. So if he feels that way, he will mark it as deferred. Okay. And what happens is, if he feels that no, this is not a proper bug, okay, I don't have, I'm not able to recreate it, or any other issues like that, he will reject the bug and he'll update the status of the bug is as rejected. And if he sees that, if he feels that that is the functionality, ignore this case. Okay, suppose there is a text box and you try to enter 100 values. Okay, it takes in 100 values. Next time what you do is you try to enter 1000 values. You feel that no, this should not allow 1000 values, and you make it as a new bug and assign it to the developer. That developer, right, he will look in, he will check with the product owner or the be a business analyst, and the business analyst says yes, it can also accept 1000 values. So that is not going to be a bug, right? Whatever we raised is not going to be a bug, so he will mark it as not a bug. Okay, so did you understand what is the difference of this? Duplicate, deferred, rejected, and not a bug. They'll ask you in interviews. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
please repeat no, ma'am. Duplicate, deferred, rejected, not above.
Okay. Now you find a bug. Okay. Now now who said Pratibha finds a bug, and Elila Risi also finds the same bug. Okay. You both report to the developer saying that I'm not able to click this button. What happens is the developer will check. He will say he has already one bug in that name. Now already Elila has raised it. Okay. Yesterday. Today Pratibha raises the same issue. So at that time, what happens? The developer, he will feel that see, that is already raised by another test engineer. So he'll mark it as duplicate and he will not work on it. Okay. So now there is a
That means Did he work on it before, ma'am?
they'll already work on the other ticket, right? Which other bug which LLRC raised, right?
Did he fix it, ma'am?
Yeah, he will fix that one, not this one. The second one alone, he'll mark it as duplicate.
Tell it
Sorry.
put it the same bug, ma'am. If at
See
all he
now,
fixes,
to yesterday, you have person A. Okay, this guy has raised the bug yesterday, and it has got a bug ID say 001. Okay,
okay,
now person B, he raises the same bug again in a different manner. It's
okay,
not clickable by user or something he gives. Okay, and
okay,
he put the bug ID as 002. Okay,
okay,
now the developer, this was raised yesterday, right? He has
okay,
already started working on this.
okay,
Now what will happen is this is also assigned to developer. Okay, imagine this person is developer A. Okay. Now if this is assigned to developer B, obviously they will check the system if they have a duplicate. Okay. And if they feel this is a duplicate, this has already been worked by developer A, right? So what they will do is they'll mark this bug 2 alone as duplicate. Okay, understood. This will be under progress only. Bug 1, it will be still under in progress only. They'll be working on it. Bug 2 alone, they'll mark it as duplicate. Okay, understood now?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So deferred means, see, I have see, this is a defect. Okay, you have raised it. Let us like, so search button is not clickable and it is marked as bug 1. Okay. So this bug, they imagine the developer is working on, see, let us have this as bug 10, 11. Okay. Developer A is working on bug high priority bug 1, bug 2, bug 3, bug 4, bug 5, and bug 6. Okay. Similarly, developer B is working on bug 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these are all very high critical bugs. Okay. Now a tester, I'll mark this as tester. The test engineer has raised bug 11. What will happen is he will check if this, after this also, there will be lots of bug raised, right? There comes in bug 12, there comes in bug 13. So he will check, see, he will feel that okay, this is just a search button, right? Okay, what we will do, we can fix it in next release or next sprint. This is a simple example, okay, but this is a critical thing because search should work for us. Imagine there is a text icon, search button not aligned properly. We'll have this, okay. So he'll feel, see, bug 12 and bug 13 are very important. So bug 12, sorry, bug 11 can be fixed in the next release. Okay, this release will give, will finish off these bugs and all, and then we'll pick up this one. So what he will do is he'll mark it as deferred. So this is the difference between duplicate and deferred. Understood what is the difference?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now rejected is something like, what he will do is he's not able to recreate that issue. Okay, or it is working fine on his machine, or he feels that it's not a valid bug. So at that time and all, he will reject the bug. Okay, and if that actually, if the raised bug is actually going to be a functionality, or if it is a functionality which the test engineer has misunderstood as a bug, that time they will mark it as not a bug. Understood the difference of these four?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what will happen is, now if these four things are ruled out, that means, see, if it is not a duplicate, if it is not deferred, if it is not rejected, and if it is not a bug, is also ruled out. Obviously the developer needs to start working on the proper defect, right?
Ma'am,
So yeah.
if at all a test engineer raised a bug,
Okay.
then developers can reject it, ma'am. You can how can you communicate? You will say in sprint meetings.
No, that and all will go as a report to them. Okay.
Okay.
And so now from assigned, what will happen is the developer feels yes, this is a valid bug. So at that time, he will change the status as open. Okay.
Okay.
After opening, when the status is open, the developer will start to work on the defect. So once he finishes working on the defect, he will mark it as fixed. Okay. After fix, the developer, he will fix a defect and he'll update the status as fix. Okay. And he will assign it to the development team. While assigning, he will mark the status as pending retest. Okay.
Okay.
From here again, QA engineer will pick the defect.
Okay.
And that defect, he will mark, the QA engineer will mark it as retest. Okay, so retesting in the sense, we'll again test the already raised defect if it is properly fixed or not. So when the test engineer feels that no, this is not closed, this is again not working on my machine, it is not working as expected, what he will do is he will reopen it, and from reopen again it will go to this state. Okay, the state or this state, I'm confused now. I think it'll go to this state. Okay, this state only. And then if the test engineer feels yes, this is working as expected, the developer has fixed the bug, if he feels in that way, he will mark it as, the test engineer will mark it as verified. And from verified, what will happen is the test engineer again will close it. So these are the states of the defect. Hope you understood. Is it clear for you people? Okay, we'll see more clearly here. See, now I raise a new defect. Okay, so what happens is it will be changed to assigned by the uh, the development manager. Okay, and from that, the developer will open it. After he opens it, if it is duplicate, he'll mark it as duplicate. If it is rejected, he'll mark it as rejected. If it is deferred, he'll mark it as deferred. And if it is not a bug, also, he'll mark it as not a bug. Now, if he feels that is a valid one, then he will work on it and he'll fix it. Then what will happen? He'll update the status as pending retest. Pending retest means I have fixed it. The test engineer needs to pick it and retest it. Okay, that's the state. That is the pending retest state. So from that, test engineers will start picking. Okay, what happened? Test engineers will pick it, and he will mark. Test engineer will mark it as retest. After that, if the test engineer feels no, this is not fixed, he will reopen it and he will mark it as he'll reopen it and assign it back to the development team. And again, the developer manager will again pick it and the whole process will go back again. Okay. Now, after retest, if the test engineer feels yes, this is fixed, he will mark it as verified. Verified means yes, as a test engineer, I have verified it. Okay, and then the test lead or even the test engineer can close the defect. So this is the complete defect life cycle. Did you people understand that? Any questions? Okay. So now you have found a bug. Okay. So these are all the states of the bug. So how to track this is using a bug report. Okay, bug report or a bug tracking tool. We will track the status of the defect. So initially and all we were using Excel. Okay, for reporting a bug and tracking the status and all we were using Excel. And after that we started using many tools like Bugzilla, Jira, and we had lots and lots of tools now. Okay, so for you people, I will tell you how to write a bug on a Excel sheet. Okay, after that, what you're going to do is I will. After that, I have a separate session for Jira. Okay, in that I'll show you how to raise a bug and how to update the status. So now bug reporting. So bug needs to be documented and sent to the development team. So how we are going to document is like, see, this is the bug. This is the description of the bug, and I perform these many steps to get that bug. So these needs to be what to say communicated to the development team for them to for them to recreate the bug and work on it, right? So that is the main purpose of the bug reporting. So it tells what needs to be fixed and how to create the defect. And we'll also have detail of where or what environment the bug was created. Sometimes, right, it'll work on Chrome, okay, but it will not work on Firefox or Safari. So in that cases and all, we need to mention this is work environment is I tried it on uh, what to say Firefox, it is not working. Safari, it is not working, and or in iOS it is not working, or in Android it is not working. So we need to mention that also in which the bug is what is it in the bug in which environment we face that bug. So these all details need to be reported to the development team. So that is the purpose of the bug reporting. Okay, so what are the contents of the bug? So bug report, what we'll be having is obviously the bug ID, because we need to have a track of how many bugs we had and what to say what test case the bug occurred. So to have a track of these, we'll be having a bug ID. Okay, and then we'll be having environment details and steps to reproduce, how to create that bug. And then we'll be having expected result. Expected result means what is given on your what to say on your requirement. That is your expected result. Actual result in the sense what is actually happening on that application for this bug, that is called as actual result. So actual result is going to give a very detailed explanation of what is the bug about. Okay, and proof, Proof we should be adding in screenshots or screen recordings or anything like that. You need to add. For a bug, proof is required, actual result is required, steps, everything is required. Okay, you should not miss out anything. And as I said, severity and priority of the bug is also required. So this is how your bug report will look on an Excel. So defect ID, summary, environment, steps to reproduce, expected result, actual result, status, severity, priority. I have left it empty because the development team will mark it. Okay, screenshot, we have to put an attachment here. Who detected it? My name I have put, and date when it was identified, and assigned to, this assigned to column should have your developer name. Okay, so if you see here, defect 001 is going to be a defect ID. Friends list page is displayed instead of Facebook homepage when logged in. So on Facebook, when you try to log in, you should have your Facebook homepage. That is the what is that list? Other people's shares and all things will be there, right? So I have taken. One second. I have taken that as example. Okay. So wait. I need to log in. So on Facebook, after logging in, what happens is what you should able to see all the other people's report, right? So, but what I have taken as example is the friends list page, when you will be able to see only when you click on the friends what to say details or icon, only you will be able to see, right? So I have put it as a bug. So QA, which environment? QA environment. So open Facebook, enter login ID and password. So from here, so enter login ID and password and click on login. So after that, the Facebook homepage should be displayed. Instead, my friends list is displayed. That is going to be your actual result. Actual result is friends list page is displayed. But expected is Facebook homepage of the logged in user should be displayed. And status is new, severity is medium. So these type of reportings we should give. Understood? So now I'll do one thing. You can ignore the severity and priority. Okay. So wait. I'll tell you the severity and priority also. So what will I do is now Aishwarya and Bhagyashree and Elilarasi, you have a bug where in Swiggy, right? Wait, you write a bug report quickly, okay, everyone. I'll assign you one thing. So here on search icon, instead of search page, you are seeing add to cart page. That is the bug. Okay, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
one second.
Can you show me the Excel, the headings?
Yeah, sure. One second. So, Aishwarya, Bhagyalakshmi, and Elilarasi, right? So, add to cart, or I'll tell you, just note it down. Add to cart is displayed instead of search page. Okay? I will share you the bug report. One second. I have it here. You want this one, right? This one, right?
This one, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
check if you're able to see it. I don't know where I put that Excel for the other team. Okay. So you three or even Guru Prasad. Okay. Aishwarya, Bhageshri, Elilasi and Guru Prasad. You four, you have to write a bug report for that. Okay. What it is uh, add to cart page is displayed instead of what is that search page. Okay. ஏன் அவளையும் தனியா விட்டு போற மொபைல் எடுத்துட்டு 1 மணி நேரம் உள்ள போயிருவா அவ தனியா உட்காந்துட்டு இருக்கா இல்ல மொபைல் இல்ல இல்ல நீ போ கதவு திறந்து வச்சுட்டு போ கதவு திறந்துட்டு போ சொல்றேன். Okay, now Karthik, Kaviyarisi, Kiran, and Mohan. Are you people there?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what you're going to do is on Facebook, um, when you click on photo or video, right, on Facebook page, or when you try to enter the what is this, no, when you click on photos or videos, you have to write that instead of uploading page, it takes me to the photo and video of the logged in user. Okay, did you understand what it is? Or
Ma'am, can you repeat it?
or to make it simple, we have something watch over here, right? Or what is this here? When I click on marketplace, it takes me to the friends list page. That is going to be your bug. Okay, who all I said? Karthik, Kaviyarsi, Kiran and Mohan. Understood? Okay, now Naveen, Pratibha and Raghunath, for you three, um okay, I'll go to speak itself. So for you three, when you click on what to say, when you click on offers, you should say you're not able to, the page is not loading or the offers are not displayed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for you three. So you people can quickly start writing. Just take 10 minutes, okay? We need to look into severity priority.
Ma'am, 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 I should write bug report, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, bug report only.
Ma'am, I have sent out.
Okay, I'll check one second. Give me a minute. Okay, now we'll see what is the severity and priority of the defect. So, in while writing a defect report itself, you people would have seen that we had a column for severity and priority, right? So for each bug, severity and priority is very important. Okay, because based on that only the defect will be fixed and a defect will be what to say categorized. Okay, so now we'll see one by one. So what is a defect severity? It is, it defines the impact of defect on an application. I think someone is not. So it defines the impact of the defect on the application. How impactful the defect is on the application. That is called as defect severity. It is an important feature on a bug report. Who defines it is defined by the test engineer. How it will be helpful is it helps the development team to organize the bug. So based on the severity only, they will organize on which needs to be picked and worked. Okay, so what are the types of severity are blocker, critical, major, and minor. Yesterday I have already taken a very like high level definition of these. Now we'll see in detail. So blocker. What is a blocker is the defect that crashes the system. Okay, if functionality is completely missing also it is a blocker. Whatever defect which doesn't allow you to proceed your testing is called as blocker. In testing term or in development term, in how they will term it as showstopper. Okay, showstopper means it will not allow you to proceed your testing. So whenever a defect is identified as a showstopper or it stops the testing of the feature, it will be marked as severity blocker. So, one second. So here I have marked it as medium, right? So if it is not going to be a showstopper or a blocker, you are going to mark it as a severity blocker. Okay, understood?
Ma'am,
So yeah,
how to identify this is a medium bug and this is a severity bug?
yeah, that's what. Based on this only, you have to identify. Now you are imagine now you need how to log out of this here. I don't know how to. Now you have to test the add to cart feature. Okay, that is your story or that is your test case. Okay, so for that, what you need to do, you have to click on login. You have to log in and then only test. Okay, imagine you try to enter this and log in. Instead of the OTP screen, the system completely crashes. So that type of bugs will be identified as blocker. So if you see that type of bug, you have to write the step and put the severity as blocker. Understood how to mark a blocker?
Yeah.
So the examples are server error when you try to log into your application. So or imagine like you have logged in. Okay, you have logged in. Now you need to test the feature of adding to the cart. For that you need to search, maybe I and you need to search for a dish, and then here you need to click on this button and it will add to cart, and you have to go here and you have to check on the cart, right? But imagine when you click on the cart, this page again crashes, so you're not able to test it, right? So that also will come under blocker.
Ma'am,
Understood? Yeah.
if untested, it may be severe bug. If for untested, it is medium. How can it depends on the perspective, no, ma'am.
No,
Except
this is
the
no, it is not. That's what I said. It's not on the developer's perspective, sorry, tester's perspective. It should be on like how this bug is impacting your testing or impacting the application. So now to see, to order a food, you need to go to cart and then you need to make your payment, right? But imagine here itself, when you click on cart itself, this page is crashing. It is not allowing you to test the payment or what to say, ordering a food feature itself, right? So this
okay.
is a showstopper, right? So that will be marked as blocker. Okay. Okay, now see defect severity blocker. I have an example. Now you have a login ID and password. This is a page, okay? You have a login ID and password and a button. Now you enter your ID and password and click on login. When you click on login, you get an internal server error. So these types of bug will fall into the category of blocker. Understood? So now critical. So if a feature behaves in an incorrect way, actually I'm able to work on the feature, but it is working in an incorrect way. See, in your Swiggy itself, now you are trying to uh, order a food. You have selected a proper location and you have placed an order, but you see the delivery location is getting changed after placing order. Okay, so that is critical, right? Because the feature is working, but the main objective of that module is to deliver food to the location which I have picked, right? But it is picking some other location automatically. So that type of bugs will fall under the category of critical. So if a feature behaves in an incorrect way, or if the main functionality of the feature developed is not working, so these type of bugs will come under the category critical. Understood? Example: wrong product gets added. Now you try to add an ice cream, but you see, when you open a cart, you see that a cake is added, or you pick three items to add, but on the cart you see only one item. So these are critical, right? So that type of bugs will come under this. See, wrong product is delivered on Amazon. Now you order for a TV, but you get a mobile phone. So that is a actually the functionality is working, but it is working in not in an expected way. So that is will come under critical. So if you see here, I have an example: add to cart. This is a add to cart screen. Okay, L'Oreal shampoo pink. I have added two. Now, when I go to the view card screen, I see a L'Oreal shampoo pink. I don't see the value at all. Whatever, if I give 100 also, it is not taking, it is showing zero. So, this is a bug, right? And this is a critical bug because I'm able to add to the card, I'm able to view the screen, view the card screen. So, this type of bugs will come under the critical bug. Any doubt? Okay. So, going to the next, a major bug. Okay, see, feature is functional but has some defects. Some defects are there. Actually the feature is working properly, but here and there some defects are there, or it is not consistently working. So that type of bugs will fall under major. See, payment of an Amazon working for UPI but not for net banking. So that is kind of inconsistency, right? For UPI payment it is working, but when I try to pay it through net, what to say, net banking or any other credit card or debit card, it is not working. So obviously this is an inconsistency, so that will be marked as major. Acknowledgement of payment and order on Swiggy. So whenever you pay, right, you need to get an acknowledgement. That is a mandatory one on a screen. See, whenever after ordering food, so I deliver here. So I make a payment here. Imagine I just put my CVV and I make a payment here. So after payment, what happens? You have to get a screen where it will say that your order is being taken and your food product will be delivered, right? But that is not coming. So that type of for defects will be marked as major. Understood? So see here I have a search box. Okay, in that I enter Kumar and I click. When I click on search icon, I should get a list of people who has the name Kumar. But here I am able to see other people, Rani, Ram and all. And so here the functionality is also working, and I'm also able to see the result. But the thing is, it is working in a, it is pulling out some other detail, it is having a bug, right? So this is going to be falling under major. Understood? What is the difference between blocker, critical, and major? Okay, now minor. Minor is something which is not going to affect your functionality. Okay, any look and feel of the application, like a button is misaligned, or a text is not proper, or the font is not matching the requirement, some all sort of this type will come under your minor severity bugs. Okay, so example is field alignment on page is not proper, or a misspelled text on page. These things will fall under a minor severity defect. So if you see here, you're able to see here, we have an address field, but the text is not properly put into the address field. And I have a city field. This city value is not aligned properly with the other thing, and the text box is also missing. So these types of bugs will fall under the minor category of severity. Understood? Understood. Before we move on to priority, I want you to be clear on severity. Are you people clear? Okay. So now we'll see what a priority is. So now we have marked the severity also. Okay. Usually what will happen is in few companies, the test engineers will also see, they'll feel that this ticket needs, sorry, this bug needs to be picked first. Okay. So they'll mark the priority also. But usually in many concerns, it will not happen. We'll just set the severity. So the priority is on which order the developer needs to fix the defect. How important the defect is for the business. Okay, so based on that, the developer will be marking the priority. Developer is the development lead or manager or anyone. Okay, so it defines priority, defines the order in which defect needs to be fixed. Who will be setting it is it will be set by the tester and finalized by the project manager. This is a very rare case, that in few cases this will happen. Okay, usually it will be set by the developer and it will be finalized by the project manager. Okay, um, I'll change this. Okay, by tester or developer. And how urgent is the defect fix important for business? So based on this only, the priority will be set. So types of priority will be high, medium, and low. We have just three types of priority. Okay. So defect high priority or P1 defects, based on what they will be marked by the developers, are needs to be fixed and closed as soon as possible. So the critical bugs, right, like the page is not opening or anything like that, will be marked as a high priority bug. So defects that block an entire functionality and testing will be marked as a high priority. Delay in fixing might affect the complete system. Imagine we have around 100 stories for testing. Okay. The first story is for login, and when a login itself it crashes. So that is going to be a high critical bug for us, right? Severity bug for us. Imagine these people are not fixing it first. So the other 99 stories dependent on that login screen is going to be on hold, right? We are not able to test. So that's the reason that should be marked as priority 1 defect. Delay in fixing might affect the whole complete system. Understood? So now medium priority. It can be worked once high priority or P1 defects are resolved. So these people will feel, yesterday I said, right? See, there is a report, okay, annual report on the application. That thing needs not be, that need not be fixed immediately, right? Because the users are not going to use it often, or even the testing it will not be held, right? Because that is a somewhat feature which is not blocking any other feature. So that type of bugs will come under the medium priority. Issues that does not stop testing or functioning of other feature falls into this category. Okay. Now going to the defect low. It can be worked once high priority and medium are resolved, and it does not impact. As I said, the in our terms and condition page, if I have a what to say, a content issue or alignment issue, so those are going to be a very low priority defects. So did you people understand difference between severity and priority now?
Um,
Okay, so now there are categories. I think I can take this tomorrow, else you people will get confused if I rush. Okay, I have examples also. Okay, any questions from you
Ma'am,
people? Yeah.